written by Amanda Johnson. Where is it? The People's Republic of China, one of the largest countries in the world, covers a significant part of the Asian continent, with more than 9.5 million square kilometers of land. China is almost as large as the entire continent of Europe. Along its border lie many countries, including Russia, India, North Korea, and Vietnam. In all, China has about 40,500 kilometers, 9,000 miles of coastline. The East and South China Seas border the eastern and southern edge of the mainland. China has several large cities, including Hong Kong, Beijing, Shanghai. Beijing is the capital city, more than 3,000 years old, making it one of the world's oldest cities. Today, Beijing is a mix of the ancient and the modern. Skyscrapers, subway, and fast food restaurants give the city its modern character. At the stand, beside ancient structures, including temples, monuments, country yards, the Forbidden City, a massive palace built during the empires for hundreds of years. The name comes from the fact that holding the empire could enter every room in it. Today, the palace is a museum located on the coast of East China Sea. Shanghai is China's largest city, its largest industrial center, one of the world's largest ports. Great numbers of people move there each year to work, contributing to the pollution of more than 20 million people. As many as 50,000 people per square kilometer live in its populated section, more than 1.5 times as many people, and in the most crowded part of New York City. People, with more than 1.3 billion people, China has the largest population of any country in the world. In comparison, about 360 million people live in the United States, populations of about 1/3 of the size of China's. More than half of the Chinese population lives in towns and villages. People who live in rural regions grow crops and raise livestock, while people who live in towns and villages may manufacture goods as well as perform other jobs. Many people also live in large cities, which are centers for trade and business. All Chinese people speak Mandarin, which means common language. People in different regions may speak dialects of Mandarin. Chinese people speak many other languages as well, including Cantonese and English. Unlike English, which uses an alphabet to represent the individual sounds that make up words, Chinese writing using characters that represent entire words or part of words. Experts estimate that the system of writing in China around 2000 BC, making it one of the oldest. Some characters resemble what they mean. For example, the character for the word mountain actually looked like a mountain peak. As an educated China looked like an educated Chinese person knows on average about 4,000 characters, although the characters contain tens of thousands. In the China education system, students must attend school for 9 years. After that, they can continue the education by going to secondary school, which can be followed by job training or university. Getting into university, however, is very difficult. Only a small number of students are admitted each year. Land. China vast means it contains many different types of platforms. The mountains ranges in the southern region, some of the country's most outstanding features mountains cover about one-third of the country, and one famous mountain range, the Himalayas, contains many of the highest mountains in the world, including the tallest mountain, Mount Everest. On Mount Everest rises 8,850 meters and on the border between China and Nepal. Mountains can also be found in western parts of the country, longer plateaus. The eastern part of the country is a lowland with forests and wetlands. It is area of the country that contains China's largest cities. China also contains a huge desert, which stretches across about 1,600 kilometers of the northern region. The Gobi Desert borders Mongolia. The name Gobi means waterless places, and like all the deserts, Gobi receives little rainfall. It has total annual rainfall ranging from 5 centimeters in the western parts to 20 centimeters in the northern parts. Even though the Gobi Desert is a harsh environment, people do manage to live there. Those who make their home in these deserts are nomadic, who those who use these underground water sources to raise cattle, sheep, goats, and camels. In addition to the livestock of the holders, the Gobi is home to the wild camel, gazelles, and China's rare to white goats. China also has thousands of rivers, the longest being the Yangtze River, which runs for 6,300 kilometers. The Yangtze is an important means of transporting both people and goods. The Yangtze River Basin is known as the Gandhi of the country. The basin is home to about half of the country's agriculture, including the largest amount of rice farming, other grain crops, and growth in the river basin, including barley, wheat, and corn. Animal. One of China's most famous animals is the giant panda. This member of the bear family is very rare. So rare, in fact, scientists think only about 1,600 are left in the wild. Their population has decreased to the small number because their habitat in the mountains of central China has been lost. Giant pandas live in many forests and eat only bamboo, but many of China's bamboo forests have been cleared for agriculture, timber, and fuel. To save the giant panda, China has created special nature reserves. In addition, scientists in China and other countries have tried to breed the giant pandas in captivity. However, the animals do not reproduce well outside their native habitat, and only in recent years a baby panda been born in captivity. The Chinese alligator is one of only 2 alligator species in the world, smaller than its American cousin. The alligator's native habitat lies along the Yangtze River. Like the giant panda, its numbers have been greatly reduced due to habitat loss. Only a few hundred remain in the wild. Scientists have great luck breeding the Chinese alligator in the captivity. However, in all working with farming along the Yangtze to keep alligators safe in their native habitat. The golden snub-nosed monkey is truly an artist's sight, not because of its golden fur, but because of its blue face. This primate is found in the forests of central China, but also suffers from habitat loss. China has set aside reserves to help the monkey keep some of their habitat, and the animals also breed in captivity. History. China is one of the oldest civilizations in the world. Scientific evidence has shown that some of the earliest humans lived in China was 770,000 to 230,000 years ago. For thousands of years, empire ruled China. Sometimes empires from the same family ruled part of China for hundreds of years. These periods of time are known as dynasty. The first dynasty was that risen in A history is the Shang dynasty, which began around 1600 BC. Other dynasties include the Zhou, Qin, Han, Jin, Tang, Song, and Ming. The Qin dynasty made several important contributions to China's history. The Qin Empire from Qin Huangdi, who ruled from 259 to 210 BC, ordered a wall built to keep from out invaders. All the emperors, especially those of the Ming dynasty, continued to build the wall for nearly 2,000 years. Today is known as the Great Wall, even though it's actually a series of walls throughout the northern China and southern Mongolia. One section of the Great Wall runs about 8,850 kilometers and ranges from 5 to 8 meters. The ancient Chinese made great advances and invented many things. One invention, the abacus, was an early way of doing complex mathematical calculation. The ancient Chinese invented the magnetic compass, which helped early sailors navigate. They also invented gunpowder to blast rocks or to make fireworks. The ancient Chinese was also the first to make fabric from silk. It became the country's most popular export. People traveled from around the world to get trade route called the Silk Road to get to it. The fiber used it to make silk from cocoons of silkworm. The ancient Chinese discovered that they could separate the fibers from the cocoon and has been the fibers together to make a strong thread. The thread was glued together to make a beautiful cloth. In 1912, China went through massive changes. World Japan and Jonas strife ended the Qing dynasty, and China became a republic. After many years of political turmoil and conflict, the Chinese Communist Party took control of the government in 1949. Conclusion: China is a fascinating mix of ancient and modern, rural and urban. China's long history has influenced the world in many ways. Its diverse people reflect this history in their unique and interesting cultures. Stretching across much of Asia, its landscape includes breathtaking mountains, huge deserts, and ancient rivers. People from all over the world visit China's amazing structure. If you were to visit China, where would you want to go first?
Good job! Click. Awesome! You are so close to a... Oh yeah! Click on... You passed. You did it! Perfect!